Welcome back, everyone. I am Gion, the installer for today. Today we have a new kit coming on for the Bronco Sport, specifically the Bronco Sport. This one is called the Hash. So it is a very quick install, but as always, we do want to go over our install procedures and what you will need for the install. So materials that you're going to need are the usual ones that we have always recommended. We have the soap and water mix, the alcohol and water mix, a pair of scissors, a squeegee, and a towel. Usually I like to use about 2 different towels, but we're just gonna glaze through this pretty quick. The alcohol is about a 20% and 80% mix, so that's 20% alcohol, 80% water. The soap and water is about 8 drops to 10 drops of Dawn dish soap, and the remainder water inside of the bottle. First, I do like to use the alcohol to wipe off the surface just to get anything that's grainy or a contaminant or maybe hard water spots off of the top of the paint, and then go over with the soap and water along with the clay bar to make sure that that paint is exfoliated, and then back again with that alcohol water mix. So usually I like to use about 2 different towels for that. If not, if you only have kind of one microfiber towel, you can multi-fold that towel. Just make sure that you are aware of which side you use for what. Last, you do want to have a squeegee and a pair of scissors. Now with the squeegee, if you need one, we do have those on the shop store. So if that is something that you would like to add on with your kit so you don't have to try to use something that's not recommended, then we can provide that for you. We do recommend, depending on your kit, to either put a type of felt on it, which we do offer through the store as well, or a microfiber towel on the edge, or an old shirt, something that will help glide over that mask, will prevent you from causing any issues to your paint, or if that squeegee happens to slip, it's a little bit more easy to stay consistent with your application if you have a little bit of a felt or something on that edge. The ones that we have do not have the felt. They are double-sided plastic. So that is something to keep in mind when you're purchasing that from us. Last, we have a pair of scissors, and that is just to help you ease with that install. So now we've gone over the cleaning and the tools that you will need, with the exclusion of a heat gun, which you do want to use to check your work after the fact. This is all that you will need, and we will go ahead and start that install. All right, so we're back onto the driver's side of the vehicle. Now we do offer these for driver's side or passenger side, so this isn't just a asymmetric type of install. We're just going to do it on this side so that way you guys know how to do it. I've already gone and I've taped everything up here. When I say everything, it's just a small piece, but we are pretty used to installing bigger pieces. So the edge of this triangle right here is not part of the graphic. That is to help you line it up with the back of that fender. And then it is going to line up along the bottom side of your hood and not pour over into the top of your hood. So it's just going to lay just this way. We do have different options for this. This one is more than likely going to be the install that may give a little bit of a challenge to some, but it still will more than likely be fairly simple. So with this, we're going to do our hinge method. That's why I've done 4 pieces of tape. We're just going to break the tape here. And then once you get this started, we're going to pull back the vinyl. As you can see, where my finger is hazy back there, this is the mask, the pre-mask for that vinyl. It's what's holding everything together, so you do not want to take that off before your install. It is part of the install to help you make sure everything stays together. And use those scissors just to cut that backing paper. And you definitely want to make sure you have clean hands, because right now I am touching the back of this vinyl, but it is not going to damage it or anything. I'm not pulling on it at all, just being very gentle, letting it lay as I go. I've locked in the middle, so I want to go back from that middle and go down. That way I have overlapping strokes. And I'm using even pressure on the squeegee with my thumbs, making sure that I have everything locked down. I am going to go ahead and move this piece of tape to the top of the mask so I don't forget about it. I'm going to split these last 3 pieces of tape. Fold this over. Same method. Remember, this is not part of it. Just going to lay that on there. Again, we started in the middle, so we're squeegeeing down from the middle. Even pressure. Move your tape. And as I said, this isn't part of it. And you do want to pull at 180 degrees. If you pull at a 90, you might end up pulling up the pinstripe or something else. This applies to all of our graphics. You want to fold it over itself and keep an eye on those edges as you're pulling to make sure that you don't lift anything that you don't want to. Now that we have that laid on, we're going to go back over this with a heat gun, make sure we have a good seal on that adhesive. Alright, so now we've got that locked on there and we've heat checked it, made sure that everything is laid down and that we're not going to have any bubbles. We are all set to hit the road. As I said, we do offer this on the opposite side as well, and as I forgot to mention, we do offer it in different colors. So if that is something that you would like to order from us in a different color, or if you'd like it in the black or a different style, we will have this up on the website. So that way you can get somewhat of an idea of what you might want to apply on your vehicle. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, we are here from 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. And you can give us a call or an email, and we can work with you on what you'd like to do. Thanks again.